to show my collections there. I often say that it's mine and David's happy place.
Victoria Beckham was no stranger to reinvention. From her days as Posh Spice, the chic and sultry member of the Spice Girls, to her rise as a world-renowned fashion designer, she had mastered the art of evolution. Yet, this transformation was different. This wasn't just about a new look for a photo shoot or a campaign. It was about presenting herself in the best light possible for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The Queen had summoned her. Not just for tea, not for an award, but for something even more personal, a private audience at Buckingham Palace, where Victoria and David Beckham would meet the monarch for an undisclosed reason. The moment Victoria received the invitation, she felt the weight of history settle on her perfectly structured shoulders. She had met the late Queen Elizabeth E before, of course, at various engagements, but this was her first official one-on-one meeting with Queen Camilla since she had ascended the throne. And Victoria knew that appearances mattered, especially in the world of royalty. This required more than just the perfect outfit. It required the perfect hair. The decision to change it up. Victoria had always been known for her sleek, polished bob, a signature style that had defined her for years. But as she stood in front of her mirror, running her fingers through her glossy brunette locks, she felt a sudden urge to step outside her comfort zone. She wanted something regal, something striking, something that made a statement without saying a word. "David, do you think I should change my hair for the occasion?" she asked one evening, sitting across from her husband in their grand London home. David Beckham, the ever-supportive husband, peered over his newspaper and gave her a slow, appreciative smile. "I think you look stunning no matter what. But if you want to change it up, go for it. The Queen will love whatever you do." Victoria pursed her lips and thought. She could stick to her usual style, safe, classic, or she could do something daring. And Victoria Beckham had never been one to play it safe. Her mind was made up. She needed a transformation. The hair team assembles. The next morning, Victoria called in reinforcements. A list hairstylist, Larry King, one of the best in the business, arrived at her home with his team, ready to execute whatever vision she had in mind. Larry had worked with Victoria for years, crafting some of her most iconic looks, but even he was intrigued when she told him she wanted something completely different. "Okay, V," he said, rubbing his hands together in excitement. "What are we thinking? Shorter? Longer? A new color? Or are we going for something dramatic?" Victoria sat in her chair, sipping her espresso, eyes gleaming. "I want to channel royalty, but with a modern twist. Something timeless but fresh. Maybe even blonde." Larry nearly dropped his comb. "Blonde." Victoria smirked. "Too much." "Not at all," he said, recovering quickly. "It would be a huge statement. A total reinvention. But we have to get the shade just right. Not too platinum, not too golden. Think champagne blonde." Victoria's heart raced with excitement. Do it. The transformation begins. For the next 6 hours, Victoria sat patiently as Larry and his team worked their magic. They carefully lifted her rich brunette color, stage by stage, to avoid damage. "This is like watching a masterpiece unfold," David commented, popping in to check on her progress. "Don't distract the artist," Victoria teased, winking at Larry. As the hours passed, her hair transitioned from deep brown to a soft, luminous shade of champagne blonde. It was a delicate balance, neither too icy nor too warm. It shimmered under the lights, giving her an ethereal, almost otherworldly glow. Once the color was perfected, Larry moved on to the cut. "We're keeping it sleek," he said, shaping her strands into a sophisticated, shoulder-grazing bob. "This is elegant, sharp, and powerful." Finally, he styled it to perfection. Sleek, polished, and parted to the side with a slight tuck behind the ears, revealing her perfectly sculpted cheekbones. When he spun the chair around for the final reveal, Victoria let out a soft gasp. She looked regal. David, standing nearby, nodded in approval. Wow. I think I'm in love with myself, Victoria joked, running her fingers through the silky strands. Larry laughed. I think the Queen might be too. Meeting the Queen. The morning of the meeting, Victoria dressed in a custom navy blue midi dress from her own collection, paired with elegant heels and a simple diamond bracelet. Her hair gleamed under the soft light as she walked down the grand halls of Buckingham Palace, David by her side. As they entered the reception room, Queen Camilla greeted them with a warm smile.